Oh, I guess we got to talk about this. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. If you could sum up the 90s in one TV show, this would probably be it. Early 90s Saved by the Bell style scenes, mixed in with footage from Japan's Super Sentai. Nowadays, it's common knowledge that the Power Rangers consisted of footage from another show. But I still wonder, how did we never figure that out back then? It's pretty obvious. The camera styles are different, the environments are a bit off. Even some of the lip syncing is way wrong. But just like anything else in the 90s, it had everything you could ever want. Merchandise. From comic books, toys, and obviously, video games. Now, we're only going to talk about one of those games today, and it's going to be the one for the Sega Genesis, released in 1994. Do you guys remember all those Street Fighter clones in the 90s? You know the ones I'm talking about. We saw them in arcades. We saw them in Blockbuster Video every weekend when we went to go rent a game. And you thought, oh, hey, this kind of looks like a Street Fighter game. I bet it's really great. Well, and then you take it home and it's not really that good. Yeah, this is one of those types of games. I mean, it's not bad by any means. It's just not very good either. It's in the middle of the road game. It's a licensed property game that kids everywhere wanted, but at the same time nobody really wanted because it was a licensed property game. Now, don't get me wrong, back in the 90s there was plenty of good licensed games. The Lion King, Aladdin, and the list goes on, but the Power Rangers games never were really that great. This game also isn't very long. My whole playthrough of the game lasted about 20 minutes, and that's with dying one time. Also, the difficulty for the game, I don't recommend cranking it up to the max level of 10. It's pretty brutal. But if you want to crank it down just a bit, it's actually not a bad playthrough. So if you're going to give this game a shot, I definitely recommend turning the difficulty down a bit. But this game can be absolutely brutal. Looking at the game menu, we only have two game modes. 1-player and 2-player battle mode. Now, your 2-player battle mode is going to be your regular average versus mode. You pick one guy, I pick another, and we fight. And the best 2 out of 3. That's pretty much what that's all about. Nothing really to write home there. If you've played Street Fighter, if you've played Mortal Kombat, if you played any fighting game ever, you know the routine there. Just like the TV show, you're going to be fighting a regular-sized opponent, and then Rita's going to send down her wand and going to make her monster grow, and then you're going to be calling in your Zords. And this part's freaking awesome. They recreate the entire Zord sequence, every single Zord fight. It's absolutely great. Now, looking back on it in 2022, seeing this game now, it just brings back memories of going to Blockbuster, renting a game for the weekend, and, you know, maybe not getting the best one, even though, like, I own this thing. This is my original cartridge from when I was a kid. Got it for, like, my 4th, 5th birthday. It was okay then. It's semi-okay now. Something you probably would have rented from Blockbuster. You know, had it for the weekend and then be glad to take it back so that way next Friday you can get something else. Now, would I recommend you play this game today? If you're a Power Rangers fan, yeah. It's not like I said, it's not awful. It does replicate the Street Fighter style of gameplay pretty well. Granted, it only does utilize 2 buttons. The C button's absolutely useless in this game. I don't know why why 2 buttons. It almost feels like this game was meant for the Master System and not the Genesis / Mega Drive. But there's no proof there with that. That's just me making an assumption based on what I've seen. I'd give this game 2.5 out of 5 stars. It's worth playing if you're a Power Rangers fan. It's not the greatest thing. It's not Street Fighter 2 Turbo or Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition. If you got a Genesis, you can pick this thing up for about $5 to $10. Loose cart. Don't need any. I wouldn't say you need a box copy for it. There is some box copies out there. There's actually a variant copy out there as well too, I believe. Check it out. Give it a playthrough. You like it? Well, that's great. If not, well, you wasted $5.